Right, in here, I've got my trusty S410 Classic that I've had for quite a number of years. I'm about to pop into Air Arms, see if they do a refurb job on it. I lent it to a friend a while ago and he's got a bit of rustle on the barrel, on the cylinder, but Claire from Air Arms said there's something in here they can do for me. So Chris, this is our patient for today. This is my old Air Arms S410 Classic.
That's in some work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
It's not in a very classic shape at the moment. As you can see, it looks like it's got some kind of disease. I'm hoping that you are the man to fix it. So.
Yeah, I can get this sorted out. We're going back, looking at the cylinder here, we've got a date on here of 2005 when the cylinder was manufactured. What we do these days, anything over 10-year-old, as a matter of course, we change the cylinder over anyway.
Change it over.
So that'll go lovely and black.
It's an amputation then.
Yeah, and we can also change the barrel over as well and get that looking a bit flashier.
Sweet. Okay then, brilliant.
Right, first thing we're going to do, we'll take the stock off and get it out of the way. When I'm doing these guns, what I like to do is take them apart, then work back into a new cylinder in this instance.
Okay.
So we'll work out the way. Hold on to that for a second for us.
Yep, I've got it.
Next thing to do is very, very important. We need to make sure there's no pellets up the barrel and the air is going to be emptied off.
Okay, so in the box.
We've got a hard box down here, a couple of shots through it, sounds empty.
Make sure it's clean.
And it's cleaned out. So next thing we do, we can vent the air out of this.
Cool.
A couple of ways we can do this. We can break it at this point here.
Yep.
Or we can shoot the whole thing down, which takes forever and a day, but let's break it at this point here and let all the air out of it.
Okay, fantastic.
Simple as putting it around the joint, slowly
Releasing it.
bursting the O-ring. The O-ring pops out and the air is controlled.
Makes it safe to work with.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a little surgeon's table here. You've got all your tools all laid out neatly in the side here.
Yeah, I've got everything that I need for doing all the guns, to be fair. Some of the bigger bits, cylinders, barrels and stuff are out in the main workshop, but I've got all the bits and pieces, springs, seals, for doing servicing on most of the rifles that we do.
Great. Nice.
I like jobs like this. I sometimes get people bringing in carrier bags, bits of guns, can you fix my gun?
What bits and pieces?
Just bits and pieces. But to be fair, the people that do that, there's every single bit for fixing their gun in the bag. All the screws, all the valves, all the springs, the whole lot. It's great, yeah.
So for you, this is relatively straightforward job then, is it?
Oh yeah, servicing. I do a fair bit of servicing each week. A lot of it's routine, to be fair. Some people send their guns in like once a year for an MOT, which is the full service again. Yeah. Some guns I don't see 10, 12 years, you know, so that's they've had a good life. They've done the job, so after 10 years I think it's deserved of a full service and a full seal replacement.
I mean, I think I must have bought this rifle 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
From a friend.
Yeah.
Because I did have the S200 beforehand, so this was my this is the gun I did most of my hunting with, and this did come in for service around that time. So
okay,
it'd be interesting if you could look back at the serial.
We can check the serial number. We keep all the information on a file system to find out when it left us, what velocity it was doing when it left us originally, who bought it initially, and where it's been since, and where we've seen it back. So.
It'd be nice to know the history of, because I don't really know much about before when I bought it, only by the guy, but he might have had it from someone before that, so it'd be really interesting to know.
But it takes, you know, from the first person that's bought it, it takes it all the way back, as long as they fill in their warranty card to start with, we can trace it all the way back.
That's amazing. Right,
now we've broken this seal on top, what I like to do is just take the odd bits and pieces out of the way, and break the gun down into individual sections. So silencer can come off first.
Ooh.
You can see from there where it's just the screws been tightened and tightened and tightened onto it. We can sort that out. Basically, we can rub that. Well, we've changed the barrel over anyway, so you'll have a nice new barrel over when we finish. Special tool number one. There's loads of people that want to buy these. Basically, it's got 2 pins that locks into the end of your rifle.
Is that tool specially made here for that?
It's made here for this
unique,
particular job. Yeah, yeah. There's not many of them around.
Gold dust. I'm sure Matt would like all.
And then plugs out. Right, cylinder. Looks absolutely fine on the inside. Like I say, there'll be nothing wrong with that, but we like to change everything after 10 years, so that's gone.
Goodbye, cylinder. You've served me well.
My new one. Right, here's your new cylinder.
Nice and shiny.
Nice and shiny. We can get that a bit shiny to start with, what I like to do. Put a bit of oil over it.
Yep.
Use our lint-free tissue. Give it a wipe over. And inspect for any kind of marks or blemishes in there. Right, one of our other little tools we've got here is this witch's hat type setup. Basically, that goes over the top of the body.
Yeah.
Then we get our replacement seal. All that does,
Pushes it onto it, yeah.
stops the seal from rolling. If the seal rolls, puts a fold in it, potentially that's a weak spot on the seal for air to escape. So using that, pushes over.
I take it there's not many of these around either.
No. And zipper back up. Hasn't got to be over tight. You haven't got to lean on it lots and lots. Just tweak it up. Once the air's in there, that will hold the whole thing together as well.
Okay.
Right, going back to our inlet valve.
That valve there, I've got the S510 carbine and I've got the S410.
Yeah.
They've both got the T-piece.
T-piece on the end.
Are you able to put a T-piece on it instead?
Yeah, we can sort that out. We can go and get a T-piece from the stores and get a T-piece version.
Because then it'll save me having to change, you know,
the adapters.
The adapters all the time.
Yeah, okay, I'll go and grab one of those. We retrofit adapters for us.
Brilliant.
If you look at it like a car tyre, average car tyre, around about 29 to 32 psi.
Yeah.
These guns are pumped up to nearly 3,000 psi.
Wow.
It's quite a fair bit of pressure and not to be messed with, to be honest.
That's it. So if you've got a problem with it, rather than doing it at home, if you've got no knowledge, then just it's better to get the experts like you in.
Send it in to us, like I said before,
Yeah.
or even to one of our main service centres. There are a fair few dotted about, which you can find the information on our website of where the service centres are.
So I'm really impressed. I've got the finished article here, a million times better than when I brought it in. Chris has done a fantastic job. So we've got a new barrel, I've got a new cylinder, I've got it cleaned out, new O-rings, new screws. The thing is as good as new. I can't wait to go home now and test it out.